come in today, get a couple games in with y'all, talk to y'all and see what y'all up to. So for right now, I'm sitting up. So give me a couple seconds. Give me a couple seconds to set up real quick. There we go. All right, today, y'all, we at home. We playing against the New York Knicks for the first time, so we finna get it in with them real quick. And then after we beat them, we on the road. We got a 3-game road trip for this week. So let's get it in. All right. We at home, so the Knicks come to us.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the New York Knicks. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. DiVincenzo and Bridges run the wings. Inside, we'll see Anunoby and Randall. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And for Los Angeles, Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. Rui Hachimura is out there with LeBron James. And it's Hayes in at center, locking down the middle. And two smart teams here, Doris, with a lot of experience.
Yeah, you get the understanding from coaches that veterans win for a reason in this league. They're not going to be surprising each other. They're going to understand it's about execution and making shots, playing quality defense. Something about playing with teams that have experience.
Now here's Brunson. Randall finds Anunoby. Knocked loose. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
Outside Brunson. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Russell. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Ahead. A deep three. And there's James from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Russell, the pass to Hayes. Lets the three fly. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with the Lakers head coach, and it's no surprise that Jalen Brunson is at the top of the scouting report. Coach told me Jason is a three-level scorer and a master of the pick and roll, and no matter what you do, you can't speed him up. He's going to read the defense, play at his pace, and try to pick you apart. It's always a chess match against Brunson, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Brunson. Last game, he had 34 points. Outside Anunoby. 4 on the clock. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. What? Your tablet don't charge. I know. It's the charger be not in the bedroom. Never mind, I'll get a call. Alright, y'all, give me a minute. Babe, where is your charger? Where is your charger? Where is your charger? Because it's not behind the bed. You live? Yes, I'm live. It ain't on that white one that's behind there? No. Hold on, y'all. You took your charger with you. Where did you leave it?
Los Angeles ball. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Doris Ogiananobi helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
What up, Livin with the main hands?
Pass to Anunoby to stop the run. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining.
I bet that.
Now a timeout
Bet
called
that.
by New York. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
What? Hold on, y'all, real quick. Where you going? Okay, you need to find that charger.
That's how you feel. That's how I feel alone. Alright. See, my car, you getting slow, straight like that, getting fucked up. It's gonna be
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Russell. Pushing it up. Los Angeles. Lakers again in transition.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and are on a string.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at the Lakers, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot.
When I look at the Lakers, I love how they've been probably the biggest surprise this season. They have managed to exceed everyone's expectations.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Bridges against Hachimura. Outside Brunson. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Randall can't hit. And it's the Lakers' ball. It's been 13 unanswered for him. Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Making plays at both ends of the floor. And it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest levels for years to come.
A team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you for the report. Now a timeout called by New York. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
This wasn't a favorable matchup for them last season. Surprisingly, they got swept.
Shout out to Livin with the man.
McBride, he's checked in for New York. And a chance here to check out some stats for OG Anunoby. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's McBride. And he buries his first look.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
And the basket by Hachimura.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's Hayes with the rebound. And here are the Lakers. Huge run right now for them, going 19-2.
And early on, they've been on a 10. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
So it's the Knicks now, following the score by Los Angeles. To the left side wing. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Reeves. There's the three. And Los Angeles, another three. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Ooh, got that one quick. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's DiVincenzo, still without a bucket. McBride can't get it to go. Reeves finds Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hachimura can make play after play above the rim. This guy's got a natural, gifted, athletic frame.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside McBride. To the wing on the left. Here's Randall. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Los Angeles has gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. Hachimura with room to shoot. Again, the Lakers.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's tipped. Pass to Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. It's blocked. Here's Hachimura. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's D'Angelo Russell making things happen for the Lakers. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Choose one appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's 2 for $25 with new sizzling skillets.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more. Yeah, just want that breakfast burrito. There's too much hot sauce.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Brett, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
So on the floor for New York, Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride, and it's Randall in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's McBride. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Knicks ball.
Woods checked in for Hayes.
Your Lakers, Christian Wood.
Clock at 6. The baseline J is on the way. New York again can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Here's Bridges. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Hachimura with a rebound.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Vincent passes to Christie. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
New York.
And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at New York. Right now, 5th in the division. Right in the middle.
Well, for the Knicks, they've really found success so far. It looks like they're building on their effort level and productivity from last year.
No question. They know how to win, and they're proving that again here early on. They may not be built to be a dominant team, but they're not that far off.
Now here's Brunson. No made baskets yet. Here's Hachimura. Again, the Lakers score.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Brunson with it. Vincent picks him up. Outside McBride. Who poked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Lakers ball.
Lakers ball.
And every offense works to create good looks. Here are the beneficiaries of that effort. And you look at Vincent topping the chart with his efficiency. And, of course, Austin Reeves hot on his tail.
The shooting has been phenomenal from both of these guys this season. Just look at the percentages they're maintaining.
And so it's Wood who brings up the ball for the Lakers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And the basket by Hachimura.
I just love the ball movement.
The Knicks have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Tipped away. Pass to Hart. Brunson looks it over. They get back on track. It's tipped. Hachimura against Bridges. Wide open look. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done.
McBride passes to Randall. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Now the Lakers moving it up. No one around. Count it for Vincent. Vincent's got his second bucket of the game.
Their defense is getting run off the floor right now.
Randall outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood.
Knicks ball.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for LeBron James.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. To halt the run.
And it appears that he has totally lost his touch here in the second quarter.
Pass to Christie. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Now here's Brunson. Still no points. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Vincent. Again, the Lakers score.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Knocked away. Now the Lakers moving it up. Christie passes to Vincent. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Vincent's got 8 points.
Their ability to get out and run the floor has accounted for a high percentage of their points.
And here we go. Lakers running again. Here's Christie. And they'll get another chance. Count it for Vincent. He's got 10.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact, this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
And bottom line, more boards means more possession. That's how you build a lead.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's McBride. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
LeBron, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Connect comes in for Hachimura. There's 38 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And he throws it down with one hand.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Now here's Randall. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And also impressive, his work on the glass. He was tenacious and relentless.
Christie. And he goes in for the dunk.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Stolen by Vanderbilt. Vincent left side. Let's go with a three. Connects from downtown. Vincent's got 13 points now in the quarter.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. Defense is setting the tone. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Thibodeau, and Coach, the rebounding differential not in your favor. What do you see?
Well, they're going every time, and we got to put a body on people and go get it.
Got to increase that effort level. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway. They were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number two, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on New York.
They're not shooting it well so far. Actually, they've been terrible. But fellas, I got an idea for them. Feed the post. Let the big man eat. Jeez.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, you have to like what we're seeing from Rui Hachimura.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far. Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. LeBron James out there with Hayes. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 3 slot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Now here's DiVincenzo. No points yet. Can't connect from short range. Here's Russell, and then Russell with the dunk.
D'Angelo Russell rises up and drops the hammer.
Russell's gotten all 6 of his shots to drop. Perfect from the floor. Here's Brunson. Russell with the rebound. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Shot is good by Reeves.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Anunoby with it. Picked up by Reeves. And stolen by Reeves. Right side Vanderbilt. All alone. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
When you ask his teammates, the Knicks are so glad they were able to trade for OG Anunoby, and Jalen Brunson said he's just naturally a guy that plays hard on both sides of the ball. When he sees something, he attacks it. Julius Randle called him a high IQ player and the perfect piece. Brian?
Yeah, he's improved them for sure. Thanks, Allie.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Hayes for 3. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And they've come out of halftime really on a roll.
Poke loose and stolen by Reeves. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
And they've been pretty meticulous offensively. That's only their second turnover of the game.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Hachimura's checked in. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Here's DiVincenzo. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Got a piece of it. Outside Anunoby. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. From the high post. New York again can't hit.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Russell to pass to James. And slam dunk by James.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
So it's the Knicks now, following the score by the Lakers. Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson.
What up, Diddy?
And it's going to be a goaltending call here.
Come on, man.
Well, at least the D was going for it. They got to the ball just a moment late.
Connects checked in for the Lakers.
Thanks for the 100%, sis.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch G. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
Now here's Payne, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Tipped away. Outside to Randle. Pass to Payne. Here's Holiday. Rebound, the Lakers.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Russell. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Now here's Payne. Yet to see a basket. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Payne against Russell. Outside Payne. Pass to Holiday. Inside. And the ball out of play. Lakers will have it. All right, let's look back over the last 10 games now and see which teams were topping the charts in three-point shooting. Number 1, Los Angeles.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
Here's Hayes. Over Randle, and it's Hayes. That time on the assist by Connect. Hayes has got 13.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Los Angeles has got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. Outside for Russell. Shot from the wing. Nice touch on the bank shot. Russell's got 10 points in the quarter.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by Reeves. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. The Lakers making a switch here.
Substitution for your Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt. Gabe Vincent.
16 seconds left in the third. Oh, it's stolen. And here we go. Lakers running again. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
From deep three-point land. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for New York, we've got Campaign. He's out there with Justin Holiday. And it's Sims in at the center position. Now here's Payne. Over to the left wing. That's tipped. 5 on the clock. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Christie. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And you see the awareness Connect has. That's a good understanding for when his guys are open.
And here's New York now. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. And that game brings a 7-game road trip to a close. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Lets it fly. And again, it's the Lakers. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Yeah, they've got a high-octane attack going now. That's 9 straight points on the break.
And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. The truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Drives to the hoop. Boom! He jams it straight down.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Pass to Sims. To win the run. And no good. Some solid defense from James. The Lakers have gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. Pulls up on the wing. Again, the Lakers score.
Well, Wood just looks about automatic. I mean, he had totally prepared himself to shoot on that one.
The finish! And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game
Shout
planning,
out
what
to the
great
one.
execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Payne, following the score by the Lakers. On the wing, Holiday.
Yes,
Wood
sir.
grabs the board.
We still at home for right now,
So it's
man. Where
Wood
you
who
at?
brings up the ball for the Lakers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Hits
Yeah,
the
we
drive
still
to
at
the
home,
top.
man. We killing the New York Knicks 117-4.
Has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor
Did you
well
play?
enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's James.
Did y'all play New York yet?
LeBron James, ever the
Yeah,
showman,
New York
an
Knicks.
exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the
You
history
might want to
of the
check
game.
your schedule and see if you got it.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam jam.
24-2.
Now here's Payne, tightly guarded. Rebound, the Lakers. And here's Vincent. Pass to Christie. Three ball. And Los Angeles another 3.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Thanks for the 1000%,
The
BD.
shot by Holiday, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. On the take, takes it up with both hands and
Yeah.
rips it down.
They're showing off his sneaky athleticism. Connect fears no one when attacking the basket.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Moving it up. Puts it up. That was good from James on the assist by Connect. James has got 9 points here in the second half.
Oh, okay.
We've got 1:28 left in the final quarter.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed
I
the
think
opposition.
we got a 3-game road trip,
Lakers.
so we head to
Boy,
Chicago.
this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure. Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Sims. They still need this. And it's blocked by Wood.
Great anticipation by Christian Wood. Boy, he tracked that shot all the way.
Here's Christie. Again, the Lakers.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Now here's Payne. Pass to Sims. And it's blocked by Wood. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Counted.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for.
Dude, I'm in the middle. I ain't got time to watch the game. I'm in the middle of one right now.
Carry the offense once again.
Can't connect. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing
We
this
just
one.
beat New York
Well, this
Knicks.
might not have been the most
Score is
competitive game.
132-4. We like to thank the New York Knicks and their fans for coming to LA. We on to our next game is in Chicago. Start off a 3-game road trip.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Ali LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
So yeah, I'm gonna see where we at right now. Yep, we in Chicago. Yep, we in Chicago for a 3-game road trip. We got Chicago, then we got Minnesota Timberwolves, and then we end our 3-game road trip in Oklahoma. So how many games you playing? 2 or 3? Shit, we 25-2. God damn, man, there you go, boy. Yeah, we in Chicago. This is our first time. Where is you going, babe? Where you going? Alright, girl.
Not yet. You already know what I'm going.
Oh, that's right. I gotta go grocery shopping. God damn it. Cuz, let me hit you right back.
Alright.
Yeah. Shit, I'm gonna have to hit it.
Coming up next, the Bulls taking on the Lakers. For Chicago, it's been a bumpy road as of late. Out of sorts in 4 of the last 5 games. But they are looking to rectify that here tonight. Lakers, Bulls, just moments away right after this. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And now the Lakers starting group. The guard spots filled by Russell and Reeves. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. And for the Bulls, Livin and Williams up in the forward position. Josh Giddey is out there with White. And it's Vucevic at the center. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
Reeves outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Reeves has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Lakers.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game.
I love the spatial awareness from Russell. Saw how much room he had and just took it aggressively.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. This is a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Thank you, David. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world.
They got to talk it out. All
Well
right.
said. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
What are you doing, bro?
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they've climbed all the way up.
I love how the new Homes.com helps you get quick answers about any property by connecting them to the actual listing agent.
I'm getting great exposure! Speaking of exposure, can we get him a hat? What about a gray? Ding dong! Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Dad, come on, let's go!
Just over a minute and a half play here in this one.
From watching your first hockey game to playing one. At Credit One Bank, we believe having your credit in rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
But that bladed safety on this trigger is disgusting. It's worse.
Livin kicks to White. 6 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. And stolen by James. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this league. They have been dominant in that.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Russell's got 9.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Livin against Hachimura. Here's Giddy, and it's blocked. So it looks like the Bulls will retain possession.
Ow! Ow! That's it, I'm done. Glock 22 Gen 4 chamber and 40 cal, $100, not too bad.
White against Russell.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Is it still relevant? Is it something that people are doing?
Hachimura the pass to Russell. And the Lakers hit it again from deep. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitate.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy goals.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
So with that being said, 8 head out to the second area. And let's have a good
Hey, y'all sit tight. I'll be right back.
No.
Yeah, it did work. You know, I love it when things work, and I love y'all for life.
So smooth in, welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, so today I'm in Atlanta and I'm doing something, you know, I'm gonna bring y'all along with me. House shopping today and I'm also car shopping today. But first, I wanna look at a few houses. So we got to move to Atlanta. I told you guys, y'all probably thought I was playing. You know, I do everything on my timing. That's a nice house right there. That's decent. That's a nice decent house. I do everything on my timing, guys. But you know, one thing about life is amazing when you live it in your own world. If you understand what I'm saying. Because we live in a world, bro, where like people on social media think that they gotta live your life for you, and they think that you should live your life based on their opinions on how they think you should live your life because of, I don't know. I really don't even know how to explain it. It's like, it's just weird. Weird upsetting, but I don't know. It's that time that I told you guys I'm about to pop it. I've been handling a lot of business on my end over here, so now I'm stepping it up, taking my talent to Atlanta. You know, we stayed in Houston. Houston was fun. I ran through Houston, did what I had to do. It's interesting because 2017, I was planning on moving to Atlanta before I even went to Houston. And somehow, you know, I was trying to get me an apartment in Atlanta at the time. That was when I first started on YouTube, guys. So, you know, I ain't had that type of money there. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But God took me to Houston. So we did our thing. It was fun. Now I'm coming to Atlanta for real this time. Because I went to Miami. And I'm the bitch to go back to Miami again, too. I'm going to get it twisted. I'm going to go to Miami. I'm going to get me a penthouse in Miami for sure. Another penthouse. The one that I actually want. But it was a blessing to go down there and get the feel of it, to see what it's actually like before I actually just stayed down there for a long time. So we made it to the first house, guys. Let's get out and go check this somewhere out.
7,200? Yeah, over 7,200 square feet. Actually includes the unfinished basement. And this one actually has very open, but yet it still has a bedroom on the ground level, which is on the ground, and then half that there. 3 additional rooms up. Primary is amazing. Yeah, so any questions, Henderson?
So first, alright, I started with it. So
shout out to the two. Done sitting up here b-balling. What's up? What's going on with you, Didi?
My first house was like a baby on the lead, the second house with ground with that's y'all guys, you gotta probably know. The third house with another kind of baby. The fourth house with kind of baby here, and the fifth house with kind of baby and grid here.
The hot, crispy filet fish with soft steamed buns, tender, funky fish, milky cheese, and tangy tartar sauce. You either love it or you haven't tried it yet. The Silverado Trail.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Chicago. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes from the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
And we had a feeling this is how their season was going to go. But that doesn't mean it has to continue. The pressure is on for this franchise to turn things around.
White with it. He has yet to score.
Not very far.
Gets it loose. And out of bounds in Los Angeles Kings possession ball.
And checking out some stats from D'Angelo Russell. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's averaging 20 points, over 6.5 steals, and 6 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run. This is by great execution.
Lakers ball.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for LeBron James.
it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points. They haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Good, and this goes to Russell. Russell's got 6 tonight.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Not too much, but it's cute, you know.
Here's White.
Now, what I can say so far,
having managed to win against the Knicks in their last game.
Really consistent aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
And here are the Bulls now, following the 3 by the Lakers. Bulls knocked loose, stolen by Reeves, and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
And Davis with the basket on the assist by Reeves.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Giddy with it. He's picked up by Russell. And the pass to Williams. And stolen by Russell. Takes a 3. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Here's Giddy. No good.
This has not been his quarter so far. He needs to find a way to get going here.
And there's another one from the Lakers.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now 8 seconds separate the 2 clocks. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by LeBron. The Lakers with the ball. Russell dishes to Davis. And here's Reeves outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. This is how they'd like to play all the time.
It's a great example of how to build the lead and then sustain it. You win games on both sides.
And so it's Los Angeles with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. They'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
These colors, man, colors. Like, see, you got the, is that the blue? Yeah, the green, blue. They snap with the material, man. Come shower, the marble, I love the marble. In the shower, it's set that blue. I like these 2. It's probably got 2 seats here, so we're gonna be down here. Damn, we got 2 bathrooms, 6 and 5, 18 dollars.
Welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. Hey guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they played sharp early on in their offense, getting good chances and converting what they're taking.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, oh, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length. The guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
All out there with Kobe White. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Vucevic. And it's Craig. And at the small forward position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And with an update from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Billy Donovan, respect that. He says that he's come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, DA. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Ball, the pass to Craig.
Yeah, put the money where your mouth and shut the fuck up like the bad talk. Put the money where your mouth and shut the fuck up like the bad talk.
Pass to Christie.
What up, what's good, gang? It's motherfucking Thursday. About to pull up the R&D already.
Like that have typified their effort to
I was at CPC this morning. I would like to play cover right now.
A cold stretch offensively, for sure.
My boy Tory, he waiting on.
That's tipped.
It's taking back. I think that's going to be done. So, Tory gonna slide up there, grab the shit, bring it up there today. I'm gonna pull up to the shop, man, so we can get busy on break 8. You already know, man. I'm trying to be full throttle, man. Get this shit done. I'm thirsty as hell. I want to hear break 8 start up.
Now,
on top of that, like,
he's coming up
man,
with 13 points.
this motherfucking time going by so fast.
He came up huge.
Man, we gotta hurry up.
Grabbing 4 steals during the game.
Get it running, man. Get this part done. So, hurry up and move on to the next step. So,
it appears it's had the impact they wanted.
Straight tunnel this.
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athletes.
Because we want to see the finish going. We want to see what happens when they do get off on that.
Got a chance to go over everything in place for the front. So once we get all that well done, we'll put it back on. We gonna
on Thursday,
figure
they'll
out
take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Saturday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder.
But we're gonna figure that part out later. Last, the main thing is getting exhausted from the muscles up to that point. So it's time to start up and get it running. That shit is done running. I'll figure out over the action. We're gonna work on that. I ain't too much worried about that next time. So like right now, main thing, get that exhaustion up to the after the buckle. So that part done. We got to run all the fuel lines. We might start doing that today. I don't know. See what's going on. We got to run the transmission lines. We got to run all the intercooler and supercharger lines. What else?
They have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone.
So a lot of lines getting ran. I know. Oh yeah, power steering lines got to get made and ran. What else, man?
Talent on paper.
Top 5 games on arbitrary spring Black Friday sale. Number 1, the Predator 5000 watt dual fuel generator, only $79.99. Number 2, take 35% off all high-fun screwdrivers, pliers, and hammers.
Number 3, the Grand Slam House Unit only $24.
You get the sense that the frustration is mounting.
It's just a whole bunch of lines. We got a little bit of wire, but most of the wire was pretty much done. Only reason we didn't finish it because we was waiting on this other stuff to come in. I got the linkage in for the trans, got to order the linkage, so we'll have to put that together, make sure that's right.
Praise their defense over the last
I'm trying to think of anything else. Only thing after that I didn't buy so far was my catch can. I don't really know what catch can I'm going with yet. Ross got a double catch can in his car. I'll show y'all in a second. I'm thinking about doing that one, but I might not. I don't know yet because it's big, so it's not really going to fill up and overflow fast.
Well, as a coach,
which a regular catch can really shouldn't either, but sometimes they do. So I really don't want to. I was thinking about putting the regular one, but then I'm like, damn, I don't want shit to ever like. Even though I used to check it on the regular, but I don't want to overflow and start spitting shit out like that because I'm on E85.
For Chicago, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Now, here's ball. Defense is right there. It's Craig, top of the key. Here's the break. Vincent's shot is good. Vincent's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense. And they see them right now.
2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left here in the second. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. So for the Bulls. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Vucevic. Dean comes in for Torrey Craig. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Javon Carter. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. Austin Reeves comes in for Hachimura. Now, here's Ball. Defended by Vincent. By himself. And he gets off the fast break with a monster slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turn it into easy points.
Tipped away. Passes it to Vanderbilt. Lets it go with a three. And again, it's the Lakers who deep.
And how about the pressure they're able to now start to apply, taking advantage of every miscue.
Here's Reeves. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
And here we go. Lakers running again. Vincent the pass to Christie. Over Ball. And again, it's the Lakers.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Christie against Livin. One-on-one fast break. Uncovered. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And it's not the half-court D that's been the problem. It's scores like that which are killing you.
Pass to James. Over Williams. And there's another one for the Lakers.
No question James has the green light from anywhere. That mid-range is just another area where he's dangerous.
And the dunk by James.
Excellent off both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulls use
the 2K Sports Halftime Show. After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In the first half, it was all about D'Angelo Russell. He had 14 points, 5 assists, and 1 block. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, when you pass the ball the way they have, this is the kind of scoring that the guys are total things. The difference is the ball. They're moving the ball around and it's striking.
Looking at Chicago, Shaq, your thoughts?
Definitely they need to get out the three-point shooters and contest. Oh, let's see what happens when the team identifies it just keeps hammering it.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
But when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So for the Lakers right now, the guard spots filled by Russell and Reed. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Christie in at the 3, the small forward. Right now, I send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for most improved player. He says, I always try to just let the work show.
You got to get yourself in the game, boy.
You just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. Second shot opportunity. Williams can't hit. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of the Nexus in Minneapolis. That game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Giddy the pass to Williams.
Yes, sir. What's that?
Giddy. Still without a basket. The 11-footer.
What, you still on your second game or what?
James has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had tonight.
Connects from 3-point range.
All these threes they're giving up.
I know we in third quarter of the second game.
White against Russell. And White gets to Livin. Off the run.
We still in Chicago, bro.
That's a big donut, folks, here.
Yeah.
Second half, 4 straight they missed.
Third.
By LeBron.
We in third quarter right now.
They are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did call them wrong.
Shit, once I hit that third game, I'm going to be ready for GTA. What about you?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids who were going to try to go to college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
The who?
And here's the Lakers.
Who's her man?
They picked up 11 straight. He kicks it to Russell. It's up a 3.
Oh, Big Kitty. What about him?
Their points now almost exclusively from the dribble.
Who, Lil Kitty?
Are from the
What?
I guess someone up in the girlfriend.
Vucevic finds Livin.
And my cousin came out there. You don't kill me.
And there's the whistle.
You know, Kim and Shaker, they ain't gonna take no shit from nobody. Who? Kim. You know Kim is his mama. The one that went to school. The big-headed said one.
Oh, crazy ass Kim.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, shit.
That's my cousin. That's his mama.
Oh, shit.
They done fucked up, baby.
Damn, and why they, it's okay.
Why you
Saginaw ain't finna be the same again. You done fucked around and got this girl's son arrested. And is Saginaw hailstorm gonna come down through Saginaw?
And I mean,
Man, look.
they about to get something. She about to get jumped. They know not to do one-on-one. They know the jump motherfucker. Yeah.
And let's take a look now at the numbers for Hachimura.
They know the jump
This
motherfucker.
last month, he's been positively spectacular.
We didn't know that?
Man, you know who Kiwis is,
Can't
don't
let
you?
your guard down. Remember, he's 10th.
Kiwi, no, I've got 2 in front
And
Saginaw.
it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal.
He's checked in for Chicago.
Let me, I'm gonna hit you back up, bro. So get this game over with.
And the Lakers also making a switch. Christian Woods checked in for Davis. White against Russell.
I gotta call Isaiah.
Here's Williams. Going away.
I know, mama.
And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And James throws it to the hole.
I'm gonna have to keep.
Extra on that one.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Carter kicks to Craig. 2 minutes out of the way. Chicago locking in for them in the third quarter. So for the Bulls. Smith comes in for Vucevic. And Ball subbed in for White. The Lakers also with the sub. Vincent's check in.
They didn't know that she was my
Lakers have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Put that bucket in no time at all. Woods got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Smith outside.
Man, take you out of her towel.
Yeah, I'm taking her towel.
So they get the
I'm taking the other towel.
That's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And here are the Lakers. This run now up to 22 points to 2. And you were just talking about this, Coach. Patrick Williams, a guy with loads of potential.
Yeah, Kevin, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries here early in his career. Sometimes he tends to disappear in games, but when he's got it going, this guy has a chance to be a really good 3-and-D player.
There's Russell with the 3, and again Los Angeles with the
Well, they have leaned on him offensively for good reason. If
Yeah, my towel over here.
will help him win a lot of games.
Yeah.
Ball against Russell. Ball dishes to Carter. Tipped away. Now here's Williams. James defending.
There you go, LeJames. Get in the game, son. Get in the
Los
game.
Angeles with the jam by LeBron.
His handle might be an underrated part of James's game. Totally throwing off the defender with that move.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Smith up top. Rebound the Lakers.
They have been dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking.
No, Momo didn't have no time.
Yeah, Momo was careful.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last
Say
touch
what?
by Wood.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ball's knocked loose. Williams passes the ball. Frank with it. Carter outside. Looking to end the run. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go long. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers ahead, delivering the blowout. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA in games like this.
It was like the only spot I know of on the road. So, you know, I got to go in.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fun contest. Torrey Craig is out there with Vucevic. Then it's Brucelis. Then there's Carter. And it's Bateem in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Chicago.
And that skill level coupled with the 6'10 frame and Wood looking more and more polished as a catch and shoot.
Here we go. James heading to the hoop and finished off by LeBron.
Excellent off both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Carter on the wing, covered by LeBron.
There we go. There we go.
Here's Bateem. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
And so it looks like the Bulls will take possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Good Shafino's checked in.
Kick back. And watch the big college football.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Muselis with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. It's blocked. And here we go. Lakers running again. Here's Wood.
Yes, sir.
Finished off by Wood.
What's up with you?
This is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you
somebody we went to school with, his son got arrested. And this finna be some shit.
To the paint. And finished off by Wood.
Yeah, somebody we went to school with, his son got arrested.
An absolute terror in transition. He gets going downhill.
I said somebody that me and Monica went to school with,
Here's Patine.
his son got arrested. And now, his girlfriend finna get her ass whooped.
It's tipped. Fast break. The Lakers.
She had him arrested.
Coast to coast dunk.
I don't know. I had no clue.
It's all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up to the floor and finishes off the break.
Bulls have gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter.
Shit, we in fourth quarter right now.
Carter looking around. He's with it, and it's Carter picking him up. To the inside. Chris, 6 for 6. That's a miss from the field. And
what's your record?
With the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, they've shown
what's your record?
Outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they've also shown great effort defensively tonight. They closed out on shooters and really got their hands up on multiple shots.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Reeves is checked in. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call keys at the end of the quarter.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Pass to Craig. Bulls moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Livin. And it's blocked. All by himself. Here's Hood rips down the breakaway strike.
We 25 and 2, finna be 26 and
with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk knocks it off beautifully.
2 minutes.
Right there is US 34.
Reeves against Giddy. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
You're right, absolute test on the defensive end.
Ever since halftime, they played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, coaching staff
Livin with the game
for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Chicago again turning it over. Changes for Chicago. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. And it's Williamson for Torrey Craig. Gabe Vincent, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Fixed up in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So, about 2 hours that way.
1:41 left to play here in the fourth. Reeves outside. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta.
And They have been relentless from deep.
Sitting up here balling right now, shorty.
But to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration. Well, you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so all the hard work here tonight can turn into a tally in the win column, being number 26 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Carter outside. Pass to Livin. Off the mark, and the drop continues. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here he goes, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
We need to make that up, and we're going to make it a truck. Make it nice and healthy. So, forget it, y'all.
And it's the Bulls with the ball.
Still have not smoked.
Livin for three. This is the shot.
All right, I would like to thank the Chicago Bulls for letting our fans go to Chicago. Sorry we got to show 142. See y'all next time go around.
They made it easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, LeBron. First of all, Merry Christmas. Second of all, great win tonight. But I have to ask you, since it is Christmas, what is the best gift that you've received or given this year?
Best thing I received is Merry Christmas and have a good game for my kids this morning. They called me, and I love that, and I love them.
Merry Christmas to you and the family, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Smells good. Couple of these. Gotta find soft ones. Okay. Good. Excuse me.
Alright, we still on the road. We in, where we at? Minnesota Timberwolves.
What jalapeno? Why not? Since I'm already getting everything, I'm gonna go ahead and make guacamole. I'm gonna get one of these onions too. Let's get the small one. Well, they're all kind of small. Yeah, we're gonna make guacamole. Oh, can't forget the lime juice. Well, fresh lime would be better, but yeah, fresh lime is better, but still gonna get that. Let's see if they have any steak on sale. You never know, man. Definitely not on sale. We look at the yellow stickers, discounted stuff like this. Well, that's Chuck. We don't want
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And the Lakers starting five. Russell and Reeves teaming up in the backcourt. It's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward position. And for Minnesota, Conley and Ann are the one and the two. Both of the towers out there for them. Cat at the 4, Gobert at the 5. And it's Ingles in at the 3. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Here's Conley. The ball's knocked loose. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Boy, I tell you what, Russell is a problem out there. D'Angelo with the anticipation. To flick it away and then kick off the fast break.
Now here's Conley. Gobert, no good. Now the Lakers moving it up. And then Russell with the dunk.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
Conley with the ball. Dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
Just passing through. Just passing through.
Pocket 4. Towns outside. Beyond the arc. That won't go. This is his first shot of the game.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Damn, LeBron!
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel, James. Is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Oh, this guy, pretty pricey.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And playoff success has been rare in Minnesota. Last year was the first series win in 20 years, Clark.
How about this fact? That was LeBron's rookie season, 2004 BA. That's the last time the Timberwolves advanced in the playoffs. So T-Wolves fans, I think, really savored the trip to the conference finals and are looking for more from this group going forward.
Now here's Ingles, averaging around 5 points a game.
Which is not too bad if you ask me.
Pass to Conley.
Yeah. Let's lower this stuff in the truck.
The Lakers, another fast break opportunity here. Russell, that's good.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum. Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Conley. In his last outing with 12 points.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Here's Russell. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Their defense is getting deep up the floor, and no adjustments have been made at all.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent. And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They were just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
I don't know, Mexican food. I don't know if you can call it Mexican, but I'm pretty sure you could. The reason that the food might not be 100% Mexican is, or Hispanic food, whatever you want to call it. I just call it Mexican food. Because a real Mexican food. Right. I knew you were going to be up there somewhere. Hey, man, y'all see the difference on the street, man. No, we just on the NBA. So look at the detail.
So recently, Dwayne did confirm that he was single and separated from Nick. Well, Nick is out in the Bahamas right now celebrating Kiana's birthday, and someone told her to check her man's location. Now, we all know that Dwayne is overseas playing basketball right now, so with that mean that he is in another relationship?
Top free throw shooters over the past month.
Nick checked out his location.
And over this stretch, his foul shooting has been exceptional. You can tell he was enjoying every single trip to the line.
So who knows, they could be back together, or maybe Nick is just dealing with someone new. But let's move on to this next topic with Funny Mike and Ruth's girlfriend Tia. Who don't want to bring in Twitch streams. Funny Mike was talking to Ruben, and he called out Tia, stating that she has to be cheating on him.
Exuberance and a joy and a freshness.
What you mean by tell
quite good to see. I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
The point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Ingles, following the score by Los Angeles. Hachimura outside. Out to James. Over Towns. And there's James on the assist from Hachimura. James has got his second basket of the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways from them in the early going. And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition. He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro. Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. Comes in on the midway point of the season. How do these players pace themselves for what's ahead?
You know, Brian, it's interesting. You prepare to play a long, grueling season, so you guys are in great shape. But I think the biggest thing is to be smart about how you play, how you practice, and how you take care of your body. I think when you get between the lines, you're going 100%. How you manage the stuff off the court is really the key. Working hard, but smarter is the key to being able to be at your best late in the season.
Put something together. I'm sure it does. All right. Good job. First, they're going to play you out there now. You can get on.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for Ingles. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. And the Lakers also making a switch. Vincent's checked in. Now here's Edwards. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Dillingham. And here we go. Lakers running again.
And then Russell with the dunk. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it. And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Edwards against Hachimura. To snap the cold streak. Edwards a pass to Reed. Outside, Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at the Lakers. Things stacking up nicely for them so far. Number 1 in their conference and looking formidable. And of course the Timberwolves back 10 games.
When I look at the Lakers, they've been a real Cinderella story for sure. It's clear they believe in themselves. That kind of camaraderie is so valuable to a team's success. And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
So it's Minnesota now, following the score by Los Angeles. Rejected by James.
Ricky knew it, man. We start talking, older guy, retired, he just drives 5,000.
6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul.
So something back east, and now he's a witness protection here in Iowa. I'm like, you know, gangster when I see you around.
Here's Edwards. 29 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And he lived at the line. They could not find a way to stop him without fouling. And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage. Bottom line is, they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters. Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished. And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody. Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far. And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Back to Edwards. Here's Dillingham. Will it go? And no good. Trying to get out of the ball. And so it's D'Angelo making things happen for Los Angeles. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude. And you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench to up the ante.
Cat in at power forward with Reed in center. Dillingham out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Edwards in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has welcomed Anthony Edwards to the co-starring role on the Wolves. Towns said, quote, "I never wanted to be a bad kid. I wanted to be one of the successful stories that brought the best out of the young guy. And I think I've done a great job of supporting Ant." Brian, reminiscent of how KG helped him years back, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Christian Wood has checked in for LeBron. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Alexander Walker with it, guarded now by Wood. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard to see which team scored the most points off turnovers this past month. The Lakers, number 1. Minnesota, second.
Both of these teams are jumping on their opponents' mistakes over the last month, converting them into points.
Towns against Vanderbilt. Fires for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Stolen. And they're running. The 3. He buries it from 3. Vanderbilt's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to Reed, and stolen by Wood. And it's Vincent off the drive. And here's Reeves outside. The Lakers with the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Count it for Vincent. Vincent's got 8.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside. Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Down low. Pass to Christie. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J. Christie's gotten his second bucket.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown. Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Here's Dillingham. 11 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. No good. Unable to win this run.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way. You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks. Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Towns, and it's Ingles in for Edwards.
Yeah, I forgot again,
You might not be using all the Old Spice.
Do not buy new windows if you live in Michigan. Americans living in zip codes, starting
now here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Reeves.
What a denial by Wood. He relishes the chance to throw it out of there. Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game. You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Dillingham. Knocked away. Vincent outside. And there's Vanderbilt from the arc. Knocks down the triple. Vanderbilt's got 6 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders. Yeah, they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Christie passes to Vincent. Elbow shot on the way, and he knocks the jumper down. Vanderbilt's got 8 points in the quarter. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Here's Reeves, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Austin Reeves has handles that are kind of sneaky but very effective. He's clever at getting shots for himself.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Alexander Walker. To win the cold spell. They get it back. Vanderbilt with the block. And he's able to get it back. Tries yet again. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter. To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot, and they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's scoreless. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
They're being careless with the rock. Too many turnovers could cost them this game. Yeah, you want to get a shot every time down. Even if it's a tough shot, any shot is better than no shot. You just don't want to turn it over.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Vincent outside. Pass to Davis. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding. Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. 6 to shoot. Looking to win the run. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And the Lakers with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
Yes, the first of 4 meetings between the teams. They should be quite familiar with one another by the end of it. You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this...
Oh, that was something else, man! Show us some power!
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want. Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's Los Angeles, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's not the players. You let them get too much, fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a start for D'Angelo Russell. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 5 steals. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Their passing was clearly superior. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement. They have a healthy play.
Shaq, what do you think of
Yeah. So the thing with a team is talking is this. He's trying to stop. Nope. Keep giving up open looks. And then you get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, D'Angelo Russell has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And let's see what the Minnesota Timberwolves have coming up. Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. And on Tuesday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder.
And for that game against Los Angeles, even though they're going against the #1 team right now in the league, they feel they can win. There's a lot of confidence to this squad.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, it's LeBron at power forward with AD as the center. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Christie in at the 2.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Lets it fly. That one's good from Hachimura on the assist by Russell. Hachimura's got 8.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Poke loose. Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. Austin Reeves is checked in for Christie. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Conley against Russell. Poked away. Now here's Conley. He's covered closely.
You don't know exactly where Davis is. He's going to deny your shot, so you got to be aware of his presence.
And again, it's the Lakers. They've earned 3 of their last 5 points in transition.
Russell against Conley. Then it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And let's take a moment to see which bigs were doing work from the three-point line this past month. LeBron James, #1.
Big men who can stretch the floor come at a premium. He's a poster child for that.
Yeah, and that makes him one of the more challenging matchups that any defense is going to face. I mean, who do you put on him? A perimeter defender or a low post guy? It's really a conundrum.
Gobert passes to Ingles. Just 5 to shoot.
And it's blocked by Davis. That's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They haven't given up any.
Seems like to me the use for Chicago, so we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to it.
I'm right back here. Give me a minute, y'all. I gotta do something for wifey real quick. I gotta do something for wifey, so it's gonna take a little minute. Bear with me.
It's an achievement in the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models.
Turn the glasses on it and see how it looks from the perspective of under the bench. Somewhat man never seen before. Look, all right, y'all. Let's see what's to it.
Points here in the second half. They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
And here are the Timberwolves. Nothing yet for them here in the third quarter. Pass to Gobert. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul of the game. And the league has made it clear, Grant. It sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Conley against Russell. Oh, they get a hand on it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
And they place in the top 10 in fast break points. They take their chances to run, and it's something they're really good at.
And you said they're second in the NBA in points off turnovers. That's all you need to know about this team. Not only do they cause mistakes, they capitalize on them. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Clock at 2. Conley.
Early here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And finished off by Davis.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Edwards, a pass to Conley. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for the last handful of seasons for LeBron James.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Dillingham's checked in for Mike Conley. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dillingham, guarded by Russell. Knocked away, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Hachimura against Edwards. The ball's knocked loose. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
And it's the Lakers on the break for the finish. And then Russell with the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. For 3, James. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable. Well, another thing they've been doing right in this one is making the most of turnovers. Lots of points for them tonight off of them. Guys absolutely feeling it. When Russell heats up, showtime.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. The Lakers, number 1.
Their offense has clicked the past few weeks. I mean, everyone out there knows their role and where to be on the floor.
It's time to love.
Here's Dillingham, guarded by Russell.
Also try Thomas.
Shot clock at 5.
Soft pretzel crust and delicious cheddar cheese.
To stop the drought. Minnesota again missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Dillingham, guarded by Russell. Out to the wing. Here's Gobert. And Davis with the block.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too. They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior. Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Dillingham. Russell with the rebound. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Oh, big finish, man!
You know, once he takes that first step, LeBron is virtually unstoppable. Raw athleticism gives him the upper hand.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And it's blocked. That'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession.
What's up, you guys, man? It's your boy, Real Real Man, back here with another video. Hey, man, say, man, hey, man, it's your boy, man, Real Real. You already know what it is, man. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit that like button right now. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man. This is the last day period for you guys to get in to win.
7 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Knocks it loose. Dillingham. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Los Angeles just dominating this one. They have time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
My boy got the snake neck on the day. He got the Muslim look on the day, don't he? The Muslim look on the day, don't he? Yeah, assalamu alaikum, my brother. That's what's taking so long right there. Yeah, right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest.
What's your record?
A moment here for an injury report. All right, let's get an update on Mike Conley. What do you have there, Allie?
Hey, guys. Minnesota's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He said it's a sprained wrist. It doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. A return tonight is no longer in the cards. The question now is this a multi-game injury? Something that's yet to be determined, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along.
27-1.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
They've got Miller. He's out there with Naz Reid. And it's Shannon in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5. So it's Minnesota now. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center in Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm stopping at 27,
bro.
road trip. So this last game right here.
Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dillingham. And they get it back.
With that offensive board, they're likely to have the last possession here.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Hayes for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hayes has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Minas checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Lakers also making a switch. Connects checked in for Reeves. Here's Christie, pass to Wood, lets it go from deep, gets the 3 to fall.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work.
We in our fourth quarter right now. Shit, I'm stopping. We at 26-2 right now.
And out of bounds.
I'm gonna stop at 27. That's why I can jump on GTA.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And here's Connect outside. Hits a three-pointer. Connect's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the
Hell no. I'm at stop, man. We gotta start paying attention.
He takes pride in
hey, if you busting out your Mercedes.
Here we go, one-on-one.
You busting out your Mercedes.
Two-hand slam.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled
Oh, you don't want that motherfucker shut up, huh?
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Pass to Miller. Here's Shannon. Poke loose. The Lakers, another fast break opportunity here. And Wood with the stuff.
How about Wood running the floor? Since he would get an easy one if he got up and down, and he sure enough did.
And here's Minnesota now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Here's Garza. He's defended by Hayes. Can they get it? It's Hayes with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Pass to Wood. And Wood with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, on the jam, Wood could just be ruthless. Won't let anybody stop him when he's going to the cup.
Here's Dillingham. Miller with it. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to never foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers.
Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
I know they do it to me, too.
5 to shoot. Here's Garza. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it. How many times have we seen LeBron do this? Take over a game. Put up big scoring numbers. A bunch.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Pass to Dillingham. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Connect. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
It's stolen by James. Oh, it's pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level. Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step
Girl,
off the
ain't
gas.
nobody thinking about you, Didi.
That's tipped and stolen by Hayes.
Didi gonna tell me to put a sheet on the bed.
Here's Connect, guarded by Miller. James, a good look. Again, the Lakers.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach.
I'm almost done, bro.
And showed
because once I finish this game, I'm going to be ready to jump on GTA.
They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And when you see a team 4 times over the course of a season, you really get to know them. I'm sure they're happy to snatch that first game of the year against the Timberwolves.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was
Make your bed up, Didi.
For LeBron James.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive line. Nasty right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked. What a nasty finish. This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most. Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Ooh, poked away, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James. And Minnesota with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Garza. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Miller. And it's Alexander Walker in for Minot. Vincent's checked in for Los Angeles.
What you say, Kyle?
There's 38 seconds left in the game. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Say what?
Hachimura's checked in for Los Angeles.
Oh, you got to check on your dad? All right, bro.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Gobert. Got a piece of it to end the drought. No good. A bit long that time. The Lakers dominating the game. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. On target from range.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward. Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team
is. I want to thank the Minnesota Timberwolves for hosting us in our sorry we had to beat y'all 125 to see y'all next time go around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Let's see who we gotta play next. Okay, we got Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, not the Minnesota Timberwolves. We got Oklahoma Oklahoma Thunder. Then we back home for a 2-game home stretch. We got the Boston Celtics for the first time. Then we got the Charlotte Hornets for the first time. And then we back on a 2-game road trip before we back home for a 3-game home stretch. So yeah. So till next time, peace, love, and loyalty.